Alrighty, so this is probably going to be a bit of a weird video, like, coming from me that doesn't really record very often. First of all, I kind of hope that this isn't, that this doesn't need, that the background doesn't really alarm you, or if or if the brightness is a little too bright on my light. I got pretty bored, so I was watching, like, some YouTube videos and, like, about, like, cooking and stuff. So I just kind of want to make a little video by going on a tangent about why I do not cook. And it's going to stay like that because I refuse to get good with cooking, A bit of a weird subject, but I just feel the need to talk about this, Well, not really need, but I just kind of feel the want to talk about it because, boy, I do suck at cooking. Before I go ahead and just, say why I do not like to cook or do not want to cook, I just want to go ahead and by saying that I'm a bit of a foodie, I should say. Like, I just really love to eat stuff, but my taste buds are, way different. Like, for example, I do not like pizza. I only like, chicken, like boneless chicken and fries, and I also like mozzarella sticks. Well, most of the time, at least. I just pretty much love fried food. That's literally all I'm saying. I just don't like to eat wet food. Which means that I just really only like to eat dry food. Another thing you should know about before I actually go on the tangent here is, I'm not really. I mean, yeah, I did say that I'm really bad at cooking. But I'm not really bad or half bad or even half bad at, using machines like air fryers, for example, whenever I want to cook my chicken nuggets, strips, or tenders and fries, I'm really good at those, but anything else with cooking, I'm just really bad at, like, genuinely. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and just get onto the topic. So, listen, I would genuinely just, be the type of person that would literally just try to escape, cooking responsibilities, or cooking food for, people, the first thing I would do is just, run away as fast as I can. Not physically run away, I'm acting a little too childish right now, but I would literally just find, a way to, make an emergency exit to get out of, attempting to cook something that is actually good. Or option B, I would have to order some food, So, yeah, the main reason why, I dislike cooking, why I refuse to learn how to cook and to get good with cooking is because, it basically just requires some responsibility, some patience and time, and some carefulness. I'm not saying that I'm very clumsy. I'm actually really careful with a lot of things, for example. Like, this laptop that I'm actually recording on. And, I just tend to be a very careful person. I just do not, put myself in danger, or be brave, or be reckless, or do anything too risky. I just like to be on the safe side as always, but that's not the main topic. So, yeah, responsibility is kind of what I'm actually good at, but the main thing about cooking, if you want to cook it, very perfectly, is that you always have to keep an eye out. You have to pay attention to your food, or whatever food you're genuinely cooking. And in my case, I easily get distracted by other stuff, if there's a nearest thing that literally interests me, or when I actually just get lost in thought or distracted by my thoughts, or whenever I'm thinking about something, something cool, my future or something, or in regarding, Pokemon or stuff, I would literally just, get really distracted, very badly. Not very badly. I wouldn't say very badly, but I'm pretty sure you actually do get the deal. I I just can't really pay attention to the food a lot. I mean, I just pretty much leave it to the air fryer so that I just don't burn it. I just set like, you know, some sort of time limit to cook them so that they actually come out really perfectly. So in case if I actually just in case if I actually accidentally burn them, or they're just, you know, not cooked enough, you know? Or should I say not cooked good enough? I don't know. And also, for the, like, you know, what I kind of did get to was actually, like, you know, like your health precautions, like, while you're actually cooking. Like, you literally have to be watch out and to be wary in case you genuinely, like, you know, burn yourself. Like, you don't want to burn yourself, like, if you're actually, like, using a stove, or, you know, using boiling hot water to, like, you know, just cook some stuff. But yeah, seriously, I had this one time where I tried to cook, and, like, it was way back in my childhood. I believe I was actually a toddler or a baby. I think I was actually a toddler at that time. And yeah, I literally touched the fire or something. I don't know if I actually touched the fire, or it's like one of the, like, you know, an ember got to my finger or something. I don't know. It was somewhere in my body, but it actually burned a lot, you know? Or I probably touched the fire. Keep in mind, this was actually during my childhood, and it was by accident, like, actually. So yeah, don't worry, I didn't do this for self-harm or anything. It's just I wasn't careful. That's literally all I'm saying. Because I was kind of a stupid little kid at that time. Actually, that kind of sounds really wrong. But still, I believe you actually do get the deal. Going back to the you know, the paying attention part, you literally have to pay attention to your food and just not, like, you know, get distracted by your thoughts. But I pretty much have a really short attention span when it comes to, like, you know, just doing tasks, you know? That's literally all I'm saying. Like, when I'm doing, like, you know, important tasks like education, or when I actually just want to do creativity, like this, for example. Yes, I actually made this emerald out of perler beads. I've been creating, like, a whole lot of stuff with perler beads. If you've probably been, like, you know, keeping up with my Instagram, on my other Instagram account, that being a Creative Habit, that I'll probably put the link down in the description, you'll probably get a really rough idea of that. I'm pretty much a natural with you know, making perler beads. My latest creation so far is this ghost house and this boo. Like, you kind of, like, I kind of have an idea to, like, you know, make it better. Is that I actually just want to link them together and then just make it into a keychain. But yeah, I'm getting a little distracted here. I mean, in a way, it is kind of. In a way, it does show you kind of a rough example of, like, how I actually get distracted, like, very easily. Like, for example, I literally just got distracted, like, talking about, like, you know, the cooking subject, and I just decided to, you know, what? And I just decided to show you, like, at least 3 of my creations. So, sorry about that. And then, also, you literally have to have a lot of care and put your heart into it, and you have to be, you know, very precise about how you actually cook things, or how you actually do things, or, like, you know, do specific parts while you're cooking. It kind of depends on the type of food or meal or dinner or lunch you're actually cooking for yourself. I don't know, but I mean, sure, I am pretty precise with, like, you know, a lot of stuff, like making perler beads, for example. I'm trying not to, like, you know, distract myself by saying that. But, yeah, I literally have no experience whatsoever with making precise movements and putting things precisely and carefully with cooking and putting in stuff. I'm sorry. But I'm sure that would actually be a hell to go through, you know? It literally, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I kind of forgot what I was genuinely going to say. It's like kind of, for example, like if you actually just like, you know, put it in the wrong place, it's not as perfect, but if you put it like in a really wrong place, you can end up ruining your meal. So yeah. And then if you pretty much seen like, you know, one of these Instagram videos or on YouTube, why do you not cook, and like, you know, some cooking fails and stuff, you'll kind of get a rough idea on why I do not like to cook. Alright? It's like, what I mean by that is people like, you know, injuring themselves by accident with hot water, or literally starting a fire, which I will get to, by the way, or by accident at least. And then, you know, what else? Things breaking by accident, or burning themselves, or what else? Or making a complete mess, or like, you know, falling or slipping, or any sort of accident that literally involves you getting hurt or messing up your masterpiece of a food. Now, there have been some incidences where, not directly towards me, or not in my experience, there have been, like, you know, some incidents, like, worldwide, like, people actually try to cook something, and then they actually start a fire, and then they literally accidentally start a fire, and they don't even know what to do, and they couldn't even save it, and stuff, so, yeah. Yeah, I literally just, this is kind of like one of the reasons why I stay away from cooking. Like, I literally just stay as far away from, like, you know, trying to get good with cooking, you know? But like I said, I am a big foodie. I just love to eat stuff, and I love to eat chips and like cereal. I love to eat dry food and also some fried food as well. It's just my taste buds are a bit different, you know? That's literally all I have to say. I mean, it kind of depends on, like, you know, the context. I mean, let's take pizza for example. I don't know why I do not like pizza. It's just slimy. That's literally all I'm saying. There's no other way I can actually say it without actually upsetting you guys, okay? I never ate pizza in my entire life, but, I mean, technically I have, but it was basically, but this one time I went to a store, like, during my childhood, and I ate some, pizza-flavored Pringles, and they tasted pretty good, but they also tasted pretty disgusting, so I'll let you decide, if that actually counts as eating pizza, but based off of my experience, I'm not doing that ever again. In fact, I never will eat pizza. Because, why would I? Because I just do not want to fall down the rabbit hole of, like, you know, pizza addict, okay? Anyways, yeah. Another thing about me is kind of relates to why I just do not like to cook, or just do not want to, like, get good with cooking. It's because, I'm pretty lazy. I'm a really lazy person. Like, I kind of want to go ahead and just, address the elephant in the room by saying that, yes, I know I'm actually in my bedroom right now, but, I literally just wanted to, like, you know, record a video, but I just didn't really feel like going downstairs on my gaming PC and just, like, you know, record the video and just record the whole thing and say everything that I literally just said. But I just kind of felt pretty lazy, so I just decided to, you know, open up my laptop and, you know, just record a video, and, yeah. And yes, I know I'm not wearing a hat, this time. I just kind of don't really give a crap anymore. I mean, to be fair, my hair is, like, you know, kind of growing back. And also, this haircut doesn't even look that bad on me. It's just the sides are kind of missing. Like, the sides of my hair are pretty much missing. But, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just go on a little tangent here outside of this subject for a bit by saying I'm pretty picky with my hair, you know? I just really loved the way how my hair looked when it was like, you know, very messy and it was full grown. Like to be honest, I literally just keep trying to give I mean, oh jeez, I can't even talk. Hold on a sec. Okay, so what I was saying is I literally tried to have like an afro look in my hair, but mom told me that I have curly hair, so I don't really have that texture. But I do hope that at some point I will have like, you know, have a curly afro, you know? And yeah. The last time I actually got a haircut, I was really embarrassed, and I just didn't really like the haircut that I literally got what was it? Like, was it like a few weekends ago? I think it was like 3 weeks. I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess you could say that I am a bit picky with my look, but yeah. Another unnecessary thing is that I trim my, you know, my goatee and my, you know, beard off because I literally just try to go for that, you know, Lando from Star Wars look. But my skin tone is nowhere near the same as his, but we're getting there, I guess. I try not. Okay, listen. I try not to say it in a racist way. Okay, that's literally all I'm saying. Anyways, back to the subject. The final thing that I actually want to talk about, why I do not cook is because, if you pretty much seen Hell's Kitchen, you'll know that, you'll pretty much know that, that you will genuinely get, like, you know, criticized really harshly. Like, there is no constructive criticism, like, in Hell's Kitchen. Like, Gordon Ramsay would... Actually, no. I don't really feel like, calling him out, because I know I will probably get canceled. But, listen. Let's say that you're actually in, like, you know, some sort of chef tournament, or cook tournament or something. But I'm not really going to go ahead and just talk about Hell's Kitchen. I'm just going to go ahead and just say what it would basically be like to be like, you know, in a pretty strict chef job or cooks in the kitchen and stuff. I don't know if there's any more strict cook jobs other than Hell's Kitchen. But yeah. Let's just say, I mean, if you're basically a cook in the kitchen and you actually have somebody that is actually strict and actually just wants you to be perfect and just always be on time and just, you know, always be focused and never slack off, you'll know that it'll basically just mentally drain you, and it will just literally test your sanity, and will literally just want you to go, and it'll literally just make you want to go full ballistic. Like, actually. Like, your cookings literally have to be perfect if you really want, like, you know, to satisfy the customer. Like, that's all I'm saying. Or the consumer. But, yeah. I could go on and on about this, but this video is probably long anyway, so I kind of want to go ahead and just cut this short. But yeah, my takeaway... But yeah, I guess all in all, the reason why I don't really cook, and I refuse to cook, and I refuse to get good with cooking, and it will stay like that, because responsibility, precautions, Hell's Kitchen, pressure, and probably, what was the one more thing? And laziness, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of the end of the video. I ain't got nothing else to say. Anyways, if you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. It really helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And sorry, I just looked away. I just looked at the window. But anyways, subscribe if you're new around here. Turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a single video I post. And tell me in the comment section below. While you're at it, just tell me in the comment section, like, your experience with cooking. It can be positive or negative, but I don't know. I'm just getting really bored. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, this is Spark Habit, and I'll catch you guys later.